Today I'm going to show you how to take apart the semi-automatic Stoger 3500. Just like any other automatic and any other gun, you want to make sure that it's on safe, that the chamber is empty before you do any cleaning, taking apart, or even if you're just putting it in the gun safe. You want to make sure it's on safe and the weapon's cleared out. For starters, since I do have a sling on here, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take off the sling. That way I have no interference in the complete assembly of my weapon. Weapon is on safe, weapon's clear. I'm going to send my bolt forward. Got a cap right here you're going to unscrew. I also doing this video for y'all that don't know how to put your plugs in during duck season, or dove season, or any bird hunting season. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's typically the same way for all shotguns as well. Alright, top cap is off. Gonna use your let the bolt back. And off comes your barrel. When you're cleaning this weapon, there's a lot of key areas you're gonna want to hit, especially after a good duck hunt or dove hunt. The spring inside the chamber well, and the tip of your bolt, and behind your bolt. All back here, you can use Q-tips. Easiest part. You're going to rack it back. Again, you're going to clean your loading mechanism and your bolt assembly right here. Also, you're going to heat up your spring. I don't know about who all has semi-automatics, but who does, you probably agree. It's a pain in the butt to find a new spring that fits your shotgun. So you want to make sure you clean that and the rails for your barrel and your handguard. Like I say, make sure you clean your spring, get residue on that. It's going to crack. Your weapon's not going to function properly, and therefore you're going to go through the trouble to try to find a spring. So we all know how it is nowadays. It's hard even to buy parts for our weapons. Also, believe it or not, you will get residue on your handguard. Make sure you clean that. The inside. You don't want to put any cleaner if your weapon is camouflage, wood, or anything. You don't want to get clean on the outside. But you can use a little bit, like a drop, maybe not even a whole drop, and clean the inside. Make sure you have no residue in there. Your barrel, same thing. Do not clean the outside of the barrel. You may have get a dry, clean rag and wipe down the outside in case you get some mud or whatnot on it. But you do not want to put clean residue on this paint. The paint will chip off. Right now I do have a Chucky choke on it. Tuck season was just around the corner. Now it's over. I also use my Tucky choke for home defense on most of my shotguns, including my wife's shotgun. So it keeps the pattern better. And I use Tucky loads for my home defense on my normal shotguns. So when I go through sheetrock and they will tear somebody up. But this right here is just my hunting shotgun. Also when you're cleaning, make sure you want to clean the barrel. I know it's a shotgun, no matter what it's going to fire. But still, you want to make sure you clean out your shotgun, or the barrel I should say. Putting it back together. For the Stoger, for anybody that owns a Stoger or just bought one, this is where it gets tricky. Because you have to line up the barrel and your handguard just perfect. Trust me, I learned the hard way when my wife bought me this for Christmas. It took me well not forever, but it took me a good while to figure it out how come we can go back together. Make sure you bolt it back at first. Put your hand grip on, along with the barrel. Make sure it lines up as such. Send your bolt forward. It might be easier actually to have your bolt forward. In fact it is. As soon as you get your barrel seated, if it's not 40, rack it back, lock your bolt to the rib. When you put it together, your foregrip and your barrel have to be lined up with a backspace shotgun. When you get it in, if it's sitting like that, with it, if it's sitting like this, that gap, you got it wrong. Push in the hand grip and bring it down. It should be flushed all the way. Also, before I fully put it back together, for y'all, the bird hunt, turkey, duck, dove, pheasant, quail, you know the law. And trust me, here in the state of Georgia, they enforce the law on plugs pretty well. Had a buddy get fined a good bit. What you're going to do is take a simple flathead screwdriver, either on your Leatherman or a flathead, or heck, you can use a pocket knife on for it. You got a cap. Sits right here. You're going to pop that cap off. On the Stoger, you ain't got to take out the spring, put the plug in the spring or anything. Slide the plug in. It sits perfectly. Then put the cap back on. Same way vice versa. You're going to use a flathead screwdriver, take the cap off, take the plug out. For me, it's here. Dove season's just around the corner. And I usually don't get this thing out unless to clean it, unless it's hunt season. I'm leaving my plug in it. Line up the handguard with a tube and the rail. Might have a little gap to it. Put it back together. Once again, make sure you lined up so your handguard and barrel sits perfectly. Send your boat forward. Then of course you're going to put your end cap on. And make sure it's screwed tight to where you can't screw it no more. Focus check on this thing, there really ain't one, but I still do one anyway. Rack it back, pull the trigger, bolt locks to the rear, hey, you're good to go. Also, with loading, most y'all shotgunners you know, you load with a feeding tube facing up. I'm putting one round in right now, test the chambering. Push this button right here, put the bolt ready. Rack it back. Now I'm armed and ready to kill some ducks. Now let's see my ejection port work. It works. Now you got an operational gun. That's it for the Stoger 3500. The Stoger 2500 is the same way. Take it apart the same way, same feeding mechanism, same plug, pretty much same everything except for the size that you can carry. For the Stoger 2500, it chambers 2 3/4, 3 inch. The 3500, the chamber is 2 3/4, 3 inch, 3.5 inch. Good guns, highly recommended for all my bird hunters out there. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to comment. And that's that. This is the Stoger 3500. Let's go duck hunting.